Well, the main thing it is about it is this, Alan, and this is the truth. That is that in France, they speak French. In Belgium, they speak French. Also in Switzerland, they speak French. In Spain, they speak a different language. And in Italy, they speak a different language. Also in Germany, they speak a different language. And they don't understand the American Negro's language because the American Negro do not speak correct English. Some of the people could understand the American Negro if he spoke correct English. And the Mississippi Negro, which is where the blues came from, Mississippi, Arkansas, Georgia, and Alabama, and Texas, they do not speak correct the blues singers. I'm not saying all Negroes because some of the Negroes do, from those states, do speak correct English. But the Negroes that really sings the blues, that's off of those farms and those levy camps and extra gangs and things, those people do not speak correct English. And I'm one of them, Negroes, from them farms, levy camp, extra gangs and things. And I can't speak correct English. And the people that do know English, they learned it from England. And when I get up to explain about the different blues and the different songs that I know, they don't get it
Mm.
because it's too far from real English.
But you're having trouble in America with your own people, Bill, singing the real blues.
Well,
You tell me you
well,
can't make a living singing the blues.
well,
I don't
I'll,
understand it because everybody likes folk music nowadays.
yes, 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 they like it. That's true. Folk music, but that ain't the blues.
Mm.
They name it. The people calls it folk blues, folk songs, because it's the Negro people that's singing the blues. Same as they use the spirituals folk songs.
Mm.
See? Well, but the thing about it is the reason why that the Negro that's from Mississippi, that knows the blues that I'm singing, he's ashamed of it when he hear it. Because he don't want people to know that he come from Mississippi. Why that the people said that he was treated so bad and was abused and pushed around and done so bad. He don't want the people to even know he's from Mississippi and Georgia and Alabama and Arkansas and Missouri and Texas and
Why don't you
places.
want them to know so?
Because he don't want the people to know that he's been pushed around in his lifetime. He want to let people know that he is a great man and he's maybe he's got a little money. He's got an automobile and he's got a home. He bought a home in Chicago and maybe he bought a home in Detroit or a home in California, a home someplace in the north or in the places where it's not Jim Crow is not so bad.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't want people to know that he's been down there in those places. So if he hear a fella singing the blues, he know this guy is singing the real thing. But he don't want to know, don't want his company that maybe be in this place while this guy is singing the real blues. If this guy's in there with him, he don't want the people to know that he's song. First thing they would say, well, that guy is from Mississippi too. See?
Mm-hmm.
And there is a lot of guys from Mississippi, is born and raised in Mississippi. They don't even know anything about the blues because they're born in Jackson, Mississippi, Clarksdale, and Yazoo City, Vicksburg, in them cities. Those people, they don't have no cause to have the blues because they work in the shop yards and in the factories and work for white people. They are cooks and maids and nurses and things like that. And there's a lot of Negro doctors down and Negro lawyers and Negro undertakers, Negro everything down in the South. Now those people, some of those people raise kids up. See? And those kids that's raised up, they don't know about no farms. They never been on a farm in their life. They maybe ride around there with their dads out on plantations and things and see the other Negroes working. But they don't know just to come down to know what a Negro have to go through with.
But Bill, you got, I mean, the blues sung in town a lot, like Memphis and all those little
Yes,
towns
yes, yes,
in
yes,
certain
yes.
quarters.
But do you understand this, Alan? The main thing about it is that it's just like me and you right now. Me and you here together. We say, well, hey, Bill says, I tell you what we do. So let's go slumming tonight. Now that's in the States. They use that word in the States.
Mhm.
Let's go slumming.
What's that black white cat and white cat? There's a verse about that, isn't there?
Well, all right. That's same as they
What's that
have.
verse now?
What?
Black cat told the white cat to white cat said the black cat, let's go on the other side of town.
Well, that's just a
Black
bunch of
cat told the
that's
white cat, sit your old white
yeah,
ass down.
yeah. Well, that's just a bunch of stuff, just agitating stuff
Is it?
for people. That's all. It don't mean a darn thing. It's just same as a slang. That's your little red wagon,
Mm-hmm.
or that's your plow. Shake it or break it, or one of those things. It's just a bunch of slang. It don't mean a darn thing to nobody. You know.
Mm-hmm.
See, all those things like that don't mean nothing. You know. It's just something to keep people don't know where to go, don't know what to say. You know. That's all that means. But the main thing it is about it is those people that the Negroes that don't like the blues. I don't fault them because he don't know what it is. See, just like the French people here. I don't say some of them if they sit and listen to me here to hear me sing the blues, they pat their foot, they listen. But now when I play a long, slow, draggy blues, the people say, well, what's good? Jesus Christ. So that guy's he's putting folks to sleep, you know? And that have really happened. I've known it to happen right in France since I've been here. See? Because when you play something like I'm going to Chicago blues, the people enjoy that.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that'll pat your foot on, see? But now when you sing something like Make My Getaway, I want those things. See? Those things like that. Down that lonesome road. Blues. I mean the blues of that. And I don't mean the classical number. I mean it's a classical number called Down the Road, and there's a what they call a hillbilly number down the road, and there's a blues they call down the road, and the blues is the one I'm talking about.
How does that go now? Did you ever sing that to me?
Yeah, yeah. Down that lonesome road.
Mm.
See. Well, now a song like that, when you start singing that, people started wondering. What do you mean down? Now, what do a Frenchman know about down a road? They don't even use the word here in France, road. You know that's facts. In Belgium, in England, and in places like that, they don't even know down no road. They use that in Mississippi. Well, people don't know nothing about that, and it's just a thing, you know.
Bill, what interests me is this. Now, the blues are made according to one system of music, and then you play, you make your records, and then here lately you run into these musicians that say that's not music that you play, don't you?
Yes.
And they give you all kinds of trouble. Why is that anyway?
Because it's not music.
What do they say to you?
Because it's not music.
What do you mean it's not music?
The main thing about it is this. If you play a song, when a man plays a song, it's no chords. It's between. It's between. It's not. I'll say this. It's not D. It's not D sharp, and it's not C.
Yeah.
Now what is it? Figure it out.
It's something else, but it's
Well, well, all right. There is names for everything on earth. Everything on earth. It's nothing that's got nothing on earth that man didn't give a name.
well, let's call it D double sharp then.
Well, all right. You can call it D double sharp if you want, but what is it? Who plays in D W sharp?
You do.
Yes, but I'm just doing something. It's no proof for it though.
Well, now,
There's no proof for it. And if a
in the
man,
old times, though, you could make all the records in the world in D double sharp. Nobody would care, wouldn't they?
well, they didn't know no better then.
What would happen? I mean,
Well, all right. The Negroes now of America is getting to be educated. See, they got colleges all over America for Negroes now, and the Negroes are getting educated. And the stuff that I'm doing, that I do, the Negroes don't know anything about it. But why? Because It ain't. It's never been printed in no books and things for Negroes to even know. Says now, and there's no man can write the stuff that I'm doing.
Now listen, Bill,
There's
what
never
happened?
been a man smart enough yet to write what I play
That's
because
right.
I've played with guys and I've played with I can call 15 or 20 good guitar players in America, professional fellows, and they've sat down with me and they listen to me play, and then he says, "Play so and so, Bill," and I play this, and he says, "Play this, play so and so, play this," and I play that. He said, "Well, here's the music. Says play it, play it like this music is here." I says, "I don't know. I don't even see that. I don't know what it is. I can't even read it." He said, "Well, you play this song." I play the song. He said, "Well, how in the heck can you play it and you don't know what chords there?" I said, "I don't see them chords. I'm just playing. I play it from what I hear."
But Bill,
But he still don't understand how that I can do that.
explain to me when you go to try to organize a record now, what kind of problems you get run into? I mean, you got these guys that they know a little bit and they give you a lot of talk. What do they say? How does it go?
Well, I'll tell you the whole thing. Whenever they come to Mississippi, or which they found me in Arkansas, and they tell me, says, "We want you to record, make some records." They sent some fella, not the big shot. I ain't met the big shot. That's some little guy come down in a car. I said, "Well, yeah, sure. I'm willing to go. I want to make a record." So I'm to Chicago. I get to Chicago, then I meet the big shot. Then the big shot introduced me to some other fellow, stooge or some kind of fellow. I don't know what they call him. And then he's gonna sit down with me and tell me to play. All right, I'll play. He said, "That's good." Said, "But you got to take this out and put this in. All right, I said, "Well, yes." I says, "Well," I said, I said, "Do what?" He says, "Now look," says, "now you got to take out this part of that song and you got to put something else in there, in between there, because this is not right. And you're not making chords. You're making something that we don't know. I don't understand what you're making." Says, "And you got to make this here. You got to make this. You got to make that." See? And there I am sitting up there, and I don't know one chord from another. But I still got to do this because I'm in Chicago and I has no money and no train fare to get back home, and I've got to do what he said. So now I got to forget what I know and try to do what he tell me. So there I am.
Mm.
Then I got to go and work and study all night to try to find out what he meant by take this out and put that in. So finally I did learn that. And that's why I think that they sent me to Europe. Got me to come to Europe is on that account because I learned how to make C, F, G, B flat, A flat, and C sharp, and some few diminishes and some few sixes and ninths and things like
But
that. Learned the
Bill,
chords.
you got also when you go to make a record now, you got to work with a band. And you got to
Well, when
follow.
you got to work with a band, then you got another headache for a blues singer. I'm talking about, I don't mean all blues singers. I don't mean fellows like Joe Turner and Wynonna Harris. I don't mean them fellows. Them fellows is, they knows about band because they knows music and they knows how to sing with a band. But I mean a fellow from Mississippi that sings and plays a guitar like I do and sing the alley blues. And if he does that, he gonna have buku a heck of a lot of trouble, I mean, trying to get the chords that bands are going to make, them sixes. Now, what I know about a six? I know sevens, yes. He makes sixes, ninths. And here comes some guy that says make an augmented ninth, and an augmented seventh, and an augmented this. What I know about all them things? See? Because I don't think even that I sings no augmentates or nothing like that. I don't even think I do. I don't know whether I do or not. But I gotta sing that or either starve to death in New York or Chicago. See? You know what I mean?
Well, now, when you go out on the road with the band, how does it work?
Well, that's it. That's what I gotta do before they send me on the road with the band. I gotta learn how to do that.
No, but They say change this and
Yes, take out this and put this in, take that away and put that there. That's why a lot of blues singers have come to Chicago and New York and different places, and they say, "Oh, that guy flopped." See, and the people of America, really, and all over, all everywhere I've been, I'll say the same thing for everywhere, not just America, everywhere I've been. They don't want they crave to hear the real thing. But if you come or go anywhere with the real blues that's from Mississippi, unless you hit the right one certain spot, and a lot of times you don't. And when you get in big times, while you be in big time places and big times, and you sing just the way you feel, you'll be back in Mississippi so darn fast, boy, because people ask for a lot of things they don't want, and they will not pay for it. That's the next thing.
uh, but Bill, you have trouble with these musicians when you have your own band, don't you? I mean, suppose Melrose calls you to organize a record session for him. What do you got to do now? How's it go these days?
Well, you see, the way those things went, whenever I was notified to get ready, I'd have a contract with the company to make so many numbers. Well, I said four numbers. That's a session in the United States. Well, all right. If I gotta get four songs together, I get my songs together by myself. Then I call in the leader, which was my leader then, that the fellow that did my arranging, and one of the greatest men that I ever met in my life, one of the best fellows to me, and have helped me a heck of a lot, have taught me a lot. Sax Mallet, that's what we all call him in the States. And he would sit down with me and I'd sing what I was singing and make the chords that I was making. And he said, "Well, you just make what you making and sing the way you sing. So I'll put down what I want to put down and I'll have the band to play according to what you doing." And he'd get the band together and himself, and we'd go down and make the records. To go down to make them sometime, and we get down there, and then here comes some little guy, uh, know nothing about nothing, and he come up and said, "Well," says to Sax Mallet, says, "You should be making song this, that, and the other, some seventh or some ninth or some augmented or some kind of a crazy thing." And Sax Mallet would say, "Well, I'm sorry," said, "but I'm playing it the way the man's singing." And a lot of times they'd have an argument about that. Then Melrose would come in and say, "Well, I want it to go like this." Then it'd cut the whole darn thing off, and then it'd start back over brand new again. And I'd sing there for maybe for sing one song 5 times, and a lot of times we'd sing. I'd sing and sing and sing and sing, and then it finally Sax Mallet would say, "Well, Bill," says, "look, so you'll have to change that tone and send it to place because we got to make the correct chord. Well, now I gotta forget my idea and my feeling and sing it the way the man wanted. Then if the song don't sell, then he'll come to me and say, 'Well, you's no good, so you flopped.' I said, 'Well, yes,' I said, 'I'm sorry.' Now who is in fault, me or him? He tell me to change it, and I change it because he said change it. Now who's in fault, me or him?
Yeah, dirty stuff.
Well, all right, that's what happens.
Well, some of these young people
And
don't.
there's a gang more down there in the States. This is the same thing. You take a couple of friends of mine, I won't call their names, they're now in Mississippi. I mean, they're from Mississippi, they're in Chicago now. They were the greatest blues singers ever was. Greater than I'll ever be and ever was in my life. They won't make it because they got to change. They got to change from what they was to stay on what I call that meal ticket. That is getting paid for something they're doing. And if he's going to get paid, he's got to do like that man said do, or he don't get no pay. And he can't live without money in the city of Chicago or New York. That's facts. And a lot of people get hurt when you tell the truth about those things like that, but that's facts. And the people in France, they are good people. They're a good congregation to play to. The best people I've met in my life, French people. And I never was treated no better, nowhere in the world I've been, than I've been treated in France. But I think it is a fact. I may be wrong, but I think this is it. It's a bad thing to think, but that's the only thing I can say because I don't know no big words to put there what it's supposed to be. But I still think that the people of France is just like the Negro of America. They've been pushed around, they've been done bad all their lives, they've been in sorrow, and they've been in fear, and they've been worried, and they've been in the shape of the blues all their lives. And I think the people of France is just like my people of America. They're tired of crying. They're tired of worrying. They're tired of hearing sadness, sorrow, moaning, groaning. I think they want to be happy and forget them days. I think those people they're just like we are in America. We want to forget about slavery. We want to forget about abolishing, about the mob and the hanging, the execution of our poor people in America. And the floods taking everything we've had. And droughts coming through the countries and drought killing all the crops and all the stuff we work hard to make a living with. And I think the French people are just like we are down there. They've been through wars and wars and wars and revolutions and everything thing. And I think the people are tired of crying and moaning. And when you get up on a stand in front of the French people, and the same thing with America, and start moaning and groaning the blues, I think the people say, oh, we don't want to hear that. If you get up there and play something with a little pep to it, if it's the blues, pep it up, jazz it up. Let Dizzy Gillespie come in and sing with his bebop. The people are like that. Not just something sad and crying and moaning and weeping like I've seen my poor people on chain gangs and on road gangs and on road camps and levy camps, extra gangs in places. And the poor people couldn't leave there. They stay there and they cried and moaned. Well, there's people that gang, millions of people saw that same stuff. They don't want to hear that no more.
Well, Bill, it's true, though, that you yourself, you think that's the best music in the world, now don't you?
Yes, to me, yes.
You do. Now,
yes.
Why do you think so?
I love it. That's why.
I do, too. I don't care about any other music but the blues.
I love
really.
it. I love it.
If I could
I
play them,
love
I
it.
wouldn't play anything else.
I love it. I love it. But I see why that other people wants to forget it.
But
They wants to forget it
you tell me why you don't forget it, though, Bill.
because it's in my heart.
Mm.
It's me. The blues is me.
Mm.
It's no fake education or nothing because I hasn't any education.
You really saw it yourself.
Everything that you hear me talk about, because I ain't gonna talk about something I read because I ain't read nothing in my life because I can't read that damn good. I just can read a letter from my wife. See? So, therefore, there's no need of me picking up no newspaper, buying no glasses to read no book because I can't read it no how. And I don't care what I ever do learn to read because I can't do no heck of a lot of reading. I can't write. I can't do that much. I can write enough to write to my wife, and I can
But you
figure
got
enough.
10 books in you, Bill. You got 1,000,000 books in you. From what you've seen, you could write if some writer had as much as he knows, and he could write 1,000 books from what you've seen.
Yes,
But
that's
Bill,
true. But I'll tell you the truth, Alan. The facts is this: a man, I think a man in this world should be what he is, regardless to what you are, or who you are, where you come from. And that don't just go for Negro. That goes for every nationality in the world. Be proud of what you are. If you're black, be proud of that. If you're green, be proud of that. If you're white, be proud of that. Don't care what color you are, who you are. And try to be so people in the world will say, well, that fella, regardless to his color, whosoever he is, he's all right. Don't just try to be the lowest thing in the world because people say you's no good. Don't pay that no attention. Ignore the man that says you're no good because you're black or because you're some color, you're something. Be proud of what you are and prove it to the people that you's intelligent. I don't give a darn what color you are, you can be intelligent. You can be a man, you can be decent, you can be clean. I'm black, yes, my hands are black and everything, but I bet you $100 they're clean. You know what I mean? If I pick up something white, it ain't gonna it won't be soiled. You know what I mean? And if every black man in the world that's a Negro from America, these Negroes over here is lots different from the Negroes in America. They're proud of what they are. They're glad they're black. And my poor black brothers and sisters and things in America is sorry they're black.
yeah, it's bad.
That's bad. I
It's
know it.
bad.
I know it. And I know thousands of them will tell you that.
Yeah.
He wished he was yellow
Horrible.
or white or something. See?
Bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
And I've heard them say it. I've heard them say it. And that's the worst thing they could be.
Of course it is.
Yeah. Because whatsoever you are, you can't do nothing about it.
If they weren't ashamed, they could win their freedom
Tomorrow,
tomorrow.
if they loved, if the black Negro of America loved one another like the Frenchmen love one another here in France, I'll say that and I'll die saying it. If the black man of America loved one another like the Frenchmen in France love one another and dive and stand up for one another, it wouldn't be no Jim Crow in America. No, it wouldn't be none. Because it wouldn't be nothing for Jim Crow for. Because he'd love his brother too well to forsaken his brother and go to the white man. Yeah. But he wants to be what a white man be. He wants to take over. He wants to go in there because the white man don't want him in there. But if he had sense enough to love his brother, every place you go, it's a Negro got a place. Any kind of place that the white man got. If you go there, you want a hotel, there's a Negro hotel. If you go there, you want a restaurant, there's a Negro restaurant. You want to go there to see a doctor, there's a Negro doctor. If you want to go there and see undertaker, there's a Negro undertaker. Negro lawyer, Negro doctor, Negro everything. If he loved his brother, they wouldn't bother him. It wouldn't be no Jim Crow. It would be kicked out altogether. But he don't love his brother. What he'll do? Take a knife and get behind him. Pop him in the back.
Jesus.
See? That's it. That's the whole
You've
darn
seen a
thing.
lot of that in Mississippi.
I know it and all over, everywhere I've been.
Bill, you were telling me the other day about but I really can't believe. I really can't believe what you were telling me about gangs ganging up on each other and on men in Mississippi.
That happens all over. It happens. Negroes, gangs, going looking for one man, kill him. It's been more Negroes killed in America by Negroes than it ever was by white men, and I know that. And there's been more Negroes killed that people don't even know about by Negroes than ever any
God
white
damn it!
man ever
Now,
killed.
now tell me just one or two real cases, Bill, because you said this a lot of times, but I
Yeah.
want to. I mean, tell me something that's really true, not just a
Well,
not just a.
if I'd go to work and name those fellas,
Don't name them, but just tell me how it happened. I mean, tell me one that you remember. That
well, I know 15 or 20. But this is one that I actually know that really happened. It was a Negro was he was a great ball player in in the South, and he was liked by a lot of beautiful Negro women, and he was a chauffeur for some white people. And there was a gang of white women around there that would leave orders and places for him to get his clothes. That I do know. And he was a fella was well dressed Negro, and the Negroes got jealous of him. The white people was crazy about him, and the Negroes got jealous of him, and they had him electrocuted.
how'd they do that?
The Negroes did it.
Well, how in the hell did
What
they
they
do it?
call electrocuted, I say electrocuted, but it's the same thing. They sent him in a bathroom while they had water in the tub, an electric cord, and he got in the tub. Bingo, he died.
God damn.
Yeah. See, they had electric hooked to the tub. And when he hit that water, bip. Cut it off a minute.
Okay.
People don't know these things. There's a lot of things that done down there. You see, what they get mad about, man, is this. They get in their mind that the white man is so bad. He's so dirty. He's so low down. Yes, a white man have done something. The same thing you would feel. All right. Take me right now. If I'd kill your brother, you'd say, why, the Negroes are no good. That's the first thing you'd say. Well, Negroes no good because he killed my brother. See? All right. But now there's another man kill another brother of yours. But he'd be a white man, kill your brother. You wouldn't think it's bad about him killing your brother as you would about me.
No.
Because I'm a different nationality from you. See? Now, if I take your brother and hang him up on a tree and shoot him, or maybe hang him to a tree and kill him, because he fooled with my daughter, or he fooled with my brother's daughter, or my sister's girl, or something, and I hang him up there and kill him, you wouldn't think you'd say right straight, them Negroes are no good. See? So they hung my brother. But what about your nationality killing your other brother that I didn't kill? What about him? He's just as bad. He's just as bad as if as I was. I could just killed a brother of yours. Your own nationality killed your brother. It's just the same thing.
I agree. Well, how does it happen now, Bill? I mean, what are the reasons?
Well, I'll tell you. It's mostly among the Negroes. The reasons is the Negro is jealous of a Negro having a better break of living. You take a Negro in the South. If one Negro's got a nice farm, a nice home, a nice car, and maybe the white people trust him a whole lot, and this Negro anything he needs, and he go to the white people, he want it, he get it. See, then the other Negroes get jealous of him, and they say, well, we'll do away with him. See, and they do. They figure some way out to get him killed. If they have to get a bunch of other Negroes drunk someplace and get them to fighting and shooting and then cutting up, and they'll kill him in the river.
Well, what about a white man Besides, he wants to get rid of a Negro. How does that go, Bill?
Well, I'll tell you, in generally, the white man don't do all that killing down there. He found a Negro that's got a beautiful Negro woman. Quite natural. That's all over the world, too. That happens. But the white man find a Negro that's got a beautiful Negro woman. He ain't going to kill him himself. He's not going to do anything to him. He'll say, well, says, hey, says, John or Jack or whatever he called this Negro that's close to him, and he trusts his business in his hand. He says, look, says, you know that piece of land you was talking about you wanted to buy? I says, yes, sir. So, well, all right, says, now if you want that piece of land, says, there's Cliff or James or John or what's never this Negro's name, it's got this beautiful woman. Says, now, I want him out the way, and I don't want him to be living tomorrow. Says, and if he disappear, nobody knows who did it. Says, that land's yours. Yes, sir. This Negro will come down. He's smart. He's got a little education. He can read and write. The other Negroes can't read and write. He come down and says, say, fellas, says, God dog, says, I'm pulling a party tonight, making everybody drunk. Says, I got 2 barrels of cider, and I got 16 gallons of moonshine. See, Mountain Dew, or whatever they call it. It's something to make you drunk. And he'll have all that stuff there at this place. And this Negro will come around. And he'll call all these other Negroes off, these guys, or everybody carries a pistol. He call them off, says, look, says, I want to fake a fight tonight. And all of you start shooting. But I want you to be done sure you kill that Negro there. Don't miss him. Just kill him. You want him dead? Yeah, kill him. Okay. Now, the white man is in his home with his family, sleep maybe, or maybe out driving in a car with his wife and kids. This Negro, he'll tell the other Negroes, get them all drunk, and they start shooting and fighting and going on, and this Negro get in the way, and you get it. Actually happened. That's no joke.
Bill,
And he's a dead duck. They kill him that night.
why is it Negroes do so much fighting and shooting and stabbing and all that?
They're taught to do that by the white man. The white man tells them that. So the main thing he tells them, the first thing you tell them when you come on the farm, say, do you know the rules of this place? The first thing a Negro said, well, no, sir, I don't. So, well, I'll tell you the rules here. See, if you keep yourself out the graveyard, I'll keep you out of jail. See, so that means you got to fight to stay there. And if you don't fight, you going in the graveyard. Allah, Allah. Well, that's true. That's true as you see me sitting here. Those people are taught. And if I hadn't have been a damn good fighter and a big son of a gun, weighing 216, I would have been in the graveyard a long time ago because they tried it on me because I worked for one of the greatest and one of the best white men in the South. He was better to the Negroes than anybody that I ever heard for. Him, it was 3 brothers of them. And one of them was a high sheriff. And everybody around, all over Mississippi, Arkansas, Georgia, Alabama, Texas, Louisiana, knowed him. In Missouri.
What's his name?
They all knowed him. and any
scared power and power.
no, I'm not afraid, but it's just the main thing about it, I don't think he would like for me to tell his name in a case like this. Yes, he's still alive. He's got 2 sons, and I goes to see him, and anytime I go to Mississippi, Arkansas, Georgia, any of them places, I run up on them, and I meet them, and I know why they both of them work. And I don't stop till I get to their homes. And I go in the homes, I play with the kids, and I sit down and eat dinner with them and everything. See? And he did not like for nobody to tell him a lie. The father of these boys that I'm talking about. It was 4 boys and 2 girls. And he didn't like for nobody to tell him a lie, because if you go up to him and says, I want to get $50, he tell you right then no or yes. And if he said yeah, he said, well, when do I get it? Come here, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, or whatever time he said, you go there, you get it. But if he said no, they don't need to say, well, look, I need so-and-so, and scratching your head, that didn't mean a darn thing to him. If he said no, that is it. Didn't care what you had. If you try to put up a mule, a horse, a dog, a cow, or something, don't mean a thing. If he said no, that's all. But if he said yeah, you got it. So he was just that type of man. And he's in his sons is practically that way right now. I write to them. Don't care where I'm at. I write to both of them. The two that we was close together, the ones I used to dress and put clothes on and things like that in the States. And they always treated me mostly like I was a brother, not just the ordinary Negro.
Why was that, Bill?
Well, it's the main thing about it.
How'd that happen anyway?
I was raised with them. I was raised with them, and they was raised with me.
Raised on the same farm?
I was raised right in their home, right in their house.
Wow.
I ate and slept with those kids. My mother was a black mammy for George.
Oh, I see.
I'm not afraid to call his name because he can take it. See, and he is a big man. He's a multi-millionaire now in Arkansas. His name is George, and he goes every day. If he don't go by my mother, he call her up. Today, he knows that he wouldn't have been living today if it don't be for my mother. Because when he was born, of course, when he was born, his mother couldn't afford milk from her breasts, or whatever you call it, titties or whatever it is, for him. And my mother would have to go there twice a day, and he nursed from my mother's breast, George. And he told me, now, never be ashamed to say this to nobody and nowhere. And that's why I call his name. George is his name. And that's why he's living today. The kind of nursing from my mother's breast.
You don't think that he would ever be ashamed to say this to him?
No. Because he told me, I told him, I said, a lot of people have asked me why did I always write to you and how come I always keep contact with you. He said, well, you tell him that your mother is my mother. Will you tell him that? Anybody. He says, I don't care who knows it. And he's the superintendent down there now of one of the biggest concerns in Arkansas. I won't call that because he didn't tell me to say that. But he is. He's one of the biggest, and he's a millionaire on top of that. That's the reason I tell you that there's nobody fights, nobody scrummage, and no discrimination and all that mess and stuff like that people talks about. It don't come up between millionaires. Millionaires are not ashamed of where he come from because he's somewhere. But the only people that's ashamed is the poor sucker that haven't got nowhere and he's trying to get somewhere and he don't want the people to know where he come from and he wants to have a big record behind him. That's all.
Bill, when was it the first time you ever learned that you ever heard in your life about the difference between whites and blacks?
I've been knowing that all my life.
I know, but there was this. You didn't know it when you were born.
Yeah, well, when I first come to know that I was...
I mean, you must remember, because everybody must remember something as important as that to them. Now, I remember the first time that I ever made a pass at a girl. I can remember that. I can remember the first time my mother ever...
Well, you see the reason you can remember those things, you've been free all your life. I haven't. See, I come from slave people. And all I can know, and the only thing they ever taught me from when I can remember to understand what my people were saying,
What did they say?
that I wasn't supposed to be with a white woman. Never. They didn't say that I wasn't supposed to be with white
You want
men.
to, vous comprenez, Jacqueline? Huh?
But you don't want to tell her that.
No.
No.
All right.
I'm just saying this to you.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry.
You know? Well, that's facts.
But when you were even a little tiny boy.
Yes. I was taught that. I could play with the white boys, but not the white girls. That's facts. I was taught that, and I've been raised up to that, and it grew up in me. It was a long time after I got to be grown and got around with white girls, and I was working in offices with them, cleaning the offices, and the white girls were there, and they'd try to play with me. I was scared to death. That was in the South. And I was treated just as white as any white man in the world. I wasn't abused. I wasn't pushed around. They would bring their lunches and say, Bill says, here. Say, you got anything to eat? I says, well, no, I haven't anything to eat. Here, take this. And here, take mine, Bill. Here, take mine, Bill. 5 or 6 of them would come around. Every day, not one day, every day. I never had kind of lunch to work because I'd have too much to eat there because they would give me food. You know, it's a lot of people brings things. I'll take that back. I won't say people. I'll say Negroes because I don't know about all nationalities and I don't want to say that. But I want to say the truth. I'll say Negroes. It's a lot of Negroes bring things on themselves. Because a person is nice to you, they don't want you for a man. They want you for your friendship. They like you because you're nice, you're good, you're intelligent, you're nice and clean. You know? Every white woman that walks up and says, well, hello there, says, here's so-and-so, take this, take this, take this, take this, take that. They don't mean that they love you that well that they want to go to bed with you or nothing like that. They just like you because you're nice and you're intelligent and you do your work perfect and you're a good fella and they want to be good with you, you know. But they don't want you for no man, no, no. See, but you're true, and they can trust you, they believe in you, and you do what you're supposed to do, and if you prove up to what you are, they like you, but not for a man.
Well, Bill.
Not for no going to bed with. No,
Well,
they don't like you for that.
when was the first time that you ever did know a white woman in that way? Long ago, when you were young, or?
I've been knowing white women all my life. I've been around with them all my life.
No, but I mean really knowing them as a woman.
What do you mean, knowing them?
Going to bed with them.
Going to bed with a white woman?
Yeah.
Well, that ain't no great thing to be doing. You're going to bed with a white woman. What are you going to do if you go to bed with one? You ain't done no hell of a thing. You're just another woman.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But it was something that you were afraid to do at one time.
Well, everybody else, every other Negro was afraid of it.
Well, I know that.
Some of them is married to him in the States.
I know, but when did that happen to you the first time? It must have been something quite special.
What do you mean, what is the first time?
How old
Well, that's
were
a
you?
silly question. Ask the man that. That's getting too personal. Oh, yeah. But for Christ's sake, that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing to even talk about. That ain't about what time, man. I've been going to bed with women ever since I was 8 years old.
8 years old.
Yeah.
Oh, you're lying.
No, I'm not lying.
Bragging.
No, I'm not lying. I'm telling you the truth.
Oh shit!
No,
Nobody starts going to bed with women at 8 years old.
8 years old.
18.
No, 8. Me.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Now,
8 years
I know a
old.
woman in Chicago will tell you the same thing. She was born and raised in Mississippi just like I was.
You mean she was the one that you went to bed with when you were 8 years old?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you couldn't do anything when you weighed your
Couldn't. I don't know what I was doing, but I was in there.
Oh, Bill, goddamn, you told so many lies tonight.
No, that's
You
true.
expect me to believe that one too? I mean,
No, that's facts. That's facts. And I'm not the only man that done them kind of things. You see, the people of the North of America, they have the wrong impression about the Negro in the South. They think a Negro, all he wants, time he get any place, is looking for a white woman. And a Negro can have just as white a woman without bothering the white man's woman, because there's some white Negroes just as white as any white woman in the world. They got just as beautiful hair, they just as beautiful made, and their legs are beautiful and everything as any white woman of us born. But the American, I mean the northern people think time a Negro come from Mississippi, the first thing he want to do is to get him a white woman.
well, it's true though.
Well, they do it. Yes, they do it. Sure. But why? Why they do it? Because he know he's doing something to hurt the white man. That's why he do it. Because the white man don't want him to have a white woman. And he said, well, I'll hurt this son of a gun. I couldn't hurt him in Mississippi, but I can hurt him here. And I'll get me a white woman, a white dog, and sit in the car, and I'll get me a big Cadillac, and I'll ride down the streets. Let him see me with her. You know what I mean? That's why they do it. They don't do it because he's so much in love with a white woman. He got just as white a women as he is in the world, in his own race. He just do that to hurt the white man because that's the only get back he can get back at him. See? Is to get him a white dog, a white wife, and a white automobile, and here you go. A big red automobile or something, and a white woman, and a white dog, and here you go, down the streets. See?
And it makes the white man suffer, doesn't
That
it?
makes the white man mad, and he knows it. See? And that's why he do it. It's not the matter of him can't have a white woman. He never had a white woman, never been with a white woman in the South.
Well, that doesn't happen in the South.
Oh, man, more of it in the South than it is in the North.
Oh, come on now.
I'll
Stop
bet you
that.
$100.
You're
Oh, yes, it is. There's white women down there that's got Negroes and Negroes and Negroes on top of Negroes. Don't tell me.
But my God, she'd get them all killed, and they get her
All right,
killed.
when she get tired of him, she get him killed out of the way, and then she get another Negro. Sure, just like the Negro women do, and the white women do in the North. They get tired of a man, a white man. What the kind of man she get? She get tired of him. She get in a fight with get another man that's badder than he is, a tough guy, and he'll kill this guy and get him out of the way. And then she rid of both of them, and she get another white man, another something.
Oh,
It's the same thing goes on. Yes, it do.
now listen, Bill, you just talk.
It goes on all over the world. That same thing. When a woman gets tired of a man, she's afraid of him. She's afraid to tell him she done broke off with him. She go and get another tough guy that's tougher than he is. And says, I don't want him. Says, I want you. I don't want him. And she make love to him good, and he like her. Then he'll start, this guy will come up and start an argument. This guy that last one she got, will bump this other one off, kill him. Then he go to penitentiary, the other one go to the graveyard. And then she ain't have food with neither one of them. Then she get a new fella all together.
Oh, God. Now, there's nobody that's that dirty. I mean, women.
Oh, don't tell me.
Oh, shit.
I know.
You're making my head go.
I know.
You're
It
making
happens.
My head go around.
Yes. I
I've
know.
never heard of anything that dirty.
I know, but it happens. It happens. It happens. It happens, and I know it.
But now look, Bill, look, about white women and Negro men in the South. If the Negro man is caught even looking at a white woman.
Yes, if he's caught. If you's caught in France or in America, anywhere, doing something against the law, they'll put you in jail. If you're caught, and you've done a lot of things in America, in France, and in other places, if you've been caught, they'll put you in jail. But you wasn't caught. You know what I mean? And that same thing goes for Mississippi, Georgia, Alabama, Texas, and Arkansas, and Louisiana.
Watching the Negro man in the white
Yeah, sure, watch him. Yes, you better watch him. Sure, you better watch him. Cause he,
bitch.
yes,
I mean,
yes, and yes, they watch him. Sure, they watch him.
but when can a Negro man get to a white woman?
When can he?
When?
They get to 'em. The Negro don't get to them, they get to the Negro when they want it. Because the white woman and the Negro man, they know that something will hurt the white man.
Well, why does the white woman want to hurt him?
Because he goes with my Negro women. He got kids by him. How do my Negro women get to be white? I didn't make no white babies. The white man made them by my Negro women. Wouldn't have never been a light Negro if it just let me get them, would he?
I don't think that's nice.
All right, the white man got them. So the white woman know that. She knows that. And she get a baby by me.
But Bill, I mean, that's just something you're saying. No white woman has ever told you that. How do you know that's the way she feels? I mean, that's just something
Look, I don't talk
you're
things.
making up.
Yes, I'm making it up, so you say. That I don't know that. I know that, brother. It actually happened.
I mean, God damn it. That changes everything, Bill. My God.
It actually happened.
It plows up the world.
It's just why they do that. Why that white women go with Negro men in my home and in other places.
But I mean, that's risking their lives. It's risking everything.
Don't nobody, how in the world you risk, look, there is men risk their life to sell dope in the city. Bring dope to Chicago. As men risk their lives to ferry across different places to bring dope into America. To bootleg stuff into America. He risks his life to do that, don't he?
Yeah.
All right, he do that to make money. The white woman risked her life to do that, to get back at the man because he's doing something and she can't stop him. She better not say anything unless she want to get killed or get in trouble. So she do what she slipped to the black man and have him. Meaning she feels satisfied because he's going with a Negro woman and I can't stop him. I'll go with a Negro man.
But my God, Bill, it's so dirty. It's just like...
What do you mean dirty? Is it any dirtier for a white woman to have me than for a white man to have my Negro woman? Is that any dirtier? It ain't no dirtier, is it?
No.
It's the same thing. A woman is a woman. But she can't come out because she come out and tell them, I got a Negro man, they'll kill the Negro. And she likes the Negro. All right. She don't want to get the Negro killed. She said no. She won't say nothing. See? She keep quiet. And if she want the Negro and the Negro said no, says I'm afraid, I don't want to do it, I want to run off, then she tell the white man that the Negro raped her. Then they kill the Negro. That's it. And the Negro ain't never had nothing to do with it. That happens too.
Well, this makes white women and something I don't even have doing.